So in the last video we understood how this label encoding function is happening at the back, and now we will be looking at one more important thing, that is the model building phase. Okay, so we know that there are all categorical variables, and in order to deal with categorical or ordinal variables, the option is we have to kind of make the encoding class, right? And that we made. So now we will be discussing about the model building phase. So what this model building file is all about, it's very simple. This file is all about all the classifiers like logistic regression, random forest classifier, decision tree classifier, k nearest neighbors, SVC metrics. Fine. So what I will be doing here is, it's very simple. First I will define a function named as split data frame, which takes in a parameter named as data frame. So train is equals to df of this thing. So I will be taking the 6 values as I said in the car.data. As I said in this car.data file, what is the 6 features? These are the 6 features, and the 7th feature is what we want to predict, right? So I will be taking these 6 features. What are those 6 features? Those 6 features were mentioned in this read data thing: buying, maintenance, door, person, luggage, boot, safety, right? Those were the 6 things. So here we have mentioned those 6 things, and CFT is the thing which we are gonna predict. And in test we are saying df of class. So what was the class label? So class label was our the last label, that inaccurate, the accurate, inaccurate thing, right? So this was our class label: inaccurate, accurate, and all, right? Accurate and all. So yeah, inaccurate, accurate, see, inaccurate, accurate, low, and all, right? So that was our label which we are going to predict. Fine. So once we divided the data frame into training and testing, we'll be doing train test split, which will divide this into training and validating data. So once the entire split is done, this will return those xtrain, xtest, ytrain, ytest thing. So this function will return this. So once this function returns, now we will call this function, which is split data, in each of our functions, that is logistic regression, random forest, decision tree, and everything. Fine. So let us first look at that. Okay, so def logistic, so this will take in 4 variables, that is xtrain, xtest, ytrain, and ytest, and this is called by split data, which takes in the data frame as the input, right? So we'll get the xtrain, xtest, ytrain, and ytest. Xtrain and ytrain are training, xtest and ytest are validating. Now LR is equals to logistic regression. We create a logistic regression object. We fit that object on training data. Once we do that, we are saying LR.predict of xtest. So we are kind of predicting our we are kind of validating our model, that is logistic regression model, on the validation data, which is nothing but xtest. So that will give me the prediction. Now if I want the accuracy, recall, F1 score, and precision score, I have to give I have from this matrix, I have these functions, that is accuracy score, recall score, precision score, and F1 score. So what these functions will take is, they will taking the actual data, that is ytest, okay, that is nothing but the validated label, and then the label which your algorithm is predicting, and based on the correctness of these things, it will determine the accuracy. Same goes with recall score and precision score and F1 score. The important thing over here is this average is equals to macro. Now as I said that we are having 4 different classes, so this is a multi-class classification. So for a multi-class classification, we have to give some kind of average metric in case of recall, precision, and F1 score. So we are giving the average as macro. You can also give it as micro, and there are many more averages which you can give. So in multi-class classification, basically confusion matrices, they don't follow the similar pattern which is followed in case of binary classification. Okay, in multi-class classification, the prediction or the evaluation of metric is done in some different manner. So that is why it is taking some kind of averages behind the scene and it is displaying the results. So that is why we have to for sure display the average metric. If you don't display the average, by default it is micro, and if you try and run this, it will show an error for sure. Okay, so we have to be very careful while we are dealing with multi-class classification and when we want these all. Great. So this was all about the logistic regression model. So what this logistic function is returning, it is returning with the accuracy, the recall score, the precision, the F1 score, basically all the metrics, and then the model object itself. Now one thing to notice over here is I did not make any kind of pickle file here, and that is not a requirement also, because I will be giving some suggestions from my end to the user to select an algorithm of his or her choice. As you can see, select the classifier. Then in order to make things go in a computational way, I am not saving it as pickle file. I just want to give it as a function definition which will just return me the object at the end. So this is all about the logistic regression function. Similar to this, you just need to change this line and this line. That's it. These three lines, basically these three lines you need to change, and then everything is the same. So def decision tree, xtrain, ytrain, xtest, ytest is done. Decision tree classifier has been imported. You are fitting the training data, and then you're predicting for the validation data, and then you're calculating the metrics. As simple as that. You just observe the line number 45, 46, 47 were just changed in comparison to line number 30, 31 and 32. Rest all lines were same. Only the line number 30, 45, 46 and 47 will change. That's it. Similarly, we'll go for random forest, xtrain, ytrain, random forest classifier, and predicting on the validation data. Line number 58, 59, 60 have been changed. Rest all are the same. The last value must be little bit careful. You have to give the object as RF. Just that, nothing else. Same goes with SVC and KNN as well. You can add many more algorithms to this. I just restricted myself for 5, and in production I just used 3. You can also use 5, you can also use 7, you can use n number of things. Okay, it's totally dependent on your choice, or basically let me generalize it, it's totally dependent on user's choice. Okay, fine. So this was all about the model building phase, or the model building function, or the model building file. In the next video, we'll look at how to make our index.html file, that is this HTML file, and then we will also look at some EDA and all in the end. Okay, till then do learn about these algorithms, and also do learn about the metric scores for multi-class classification. Okay.